All right, Geek Freak in the sheets, Jason motherfucking Knight, bare knuckle, fucking phenom. I don't know how to describe him. One of the realest in the game. All right, let's just jump straight into it. Did you catch the UFC card this weekend?
I did not, man. I had to go to work. I broke my wrist probably about 7 weeks ago,
Shit.
and since then, I haven't had any money coming in. So as soon as I got that cast off, I went to work and had to go make some money, and that's what I was doing.
Where do you
So
work, if you don't mind me asking?
uh, I'm a boiler maker. I work at paper mills, and they pay pretty good money. So I go hit that up.
Is that a trade?
Yeah, same as like damn near welding or something like that.
Oh, I follow. Yeah, I got some buddies in that. That's good shit. That's good money. That's good
Yeah,
shit.
man. $32 an hour and $150. I mean, not 150, $120 a day per diem. So it's not too bad.
That's good shit. Yeah, I don't even want to. It just pisses me off to hear that you're working a second fucking job, especially since that. I mean, you're you. Dana White, I don't know. Man, that grinds my gears to hear. But it's good. I'm glad to know you're working and shit. That's just how it is. You know what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the problem in this game is that so many fucking fighters are working second jobs. That's unbelievable to me. I find it. I mean, you got 30,000 followers. Those are fans. I'm one of them. We like watching you talk, fight, fucking eat shit, whatever, and we just want to watch you, and we want you to get paid for it as well, because that's overall bullshit. But that's life. Anyways, did you see? So you didn't see the Trinaldo stoppage? Do you see the Brazilian? Or did you see Dan Hardy going off on Herb Dean? That
No,
clip.
I seen like a little clip about it on Facebook, but I didn't really see the whole ordeal.
All
I
right.
just I
Did you?
heard about it, but I didn't really see a whole lot about it.
Yeah, that was good shit. I'll tell you about it some other time. Let me think of some decent universal question. One of the realest fighters in the game, besides you, that's a trick question. What besides Jason Knight, besides someone that walks the walk, talks the talk, not George Masvidal, but someone like that.
In my opinion,
First one that comes to mind, or number one.
number one and two is Nick and Nate Diaz.
All right,
The real two of the realest in the game. You know what I'm saying?
no doubt.
Like I don't understand how Conor McGregor became so cool and so fucking, you know what I'm saying, like a multi-million-dollar guy, the money fight, so to speak. How did Nate and Nick not do that first? They've been talking the same shit as him for 10 years, and all of a sudden it becomes cool because Conor McGregor does it. You know what I'm saying? Nick and Nate's been talking shit since way back in the day. And, back in the day it was frowned upon. But then Conor McGregor comes along and all of a sudden it's cool.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
get it.
I totally agree with you on that one. I think it's just a combination of Connor's kind of a dickhead, but in that sense, he's a smart dickhead. So he knew how to brand himself. He was like, okay, you
That's
guys are gonna
correct,
talk
yeah.
that shit, and we're gonna have Dana rebrand it. Uncle Dana's gonna give his little seasoning, whatever, sell it to the people. Next thing you know, you got a money fight. But thankfully, Nate and Nick, they got a piece of the pie. They got a bit of branding through it. They got some of the popularity. But yeah, it is kind of bullshit. I don't know, but they'll get theirs. Everyone gets theirs. That's just the way the world goes around. So I got a big question that I really want your opinion on regarding marijuana or weed, whatever. We smoke it, we toke it. That's how it is. That's just how I wrote it. So I said it kind of funny. Should it be banned under USADA? Should USADA stop testing for weed? Because I saw Alan Joban is the first medically marijuana licensed fighter. He can smoke weed, and as long as his THC levels, I think, stay under a regulation amount, and he's using it for his medical uses, then he can smoke.
I really don't see how weed could benefit you in any way. For one, if you're smoking weed before your fight, your cardio is not going to be as good.
No.
And for two, say if I'm high during the fight, if anything, it might make me lazy. It's not gonna make me perform better. It's not gonna make the punches hurt any less or anything like that. Uh, I think it's pretty. It's really a stupid rule, but
I'm trying to start a
whenever
movement.
yeah, whenever I fought in the UFC, I would smoke on and off, and really as long as you do really what you're supposed to do, you quit a couple weeks out, you never really have anything to worry about. So I mean, I don't see why it would be that big a deal if they just got away with that rule altogether.
Yeah, yeah, totally, no doubt. That's another thing. I mean, I don't understand how, because it doesn't. I mean, I've gone to the gym high as fuck. I've gone to the gym sober as fuck. Sometimes I'm super good. Sometimes I get the shit kicked out of me because it does. It's not a steroid. That's not what it is. People, I don't know what USADA is thinking of it as. I have gotten so high to the point to where I have gotten the shit kicked out of me, and it probably didn't hurt as much. But I woke up the next day and I was sore as a motherfucker, so I felt that. It's just
Yeah,
dumbass rule, man. I don't know,
I
but
mean, it's not gonna stop you from getting knocked out or some shit like that. So what? So what if maybe the punches hurt a little less? You're still losing on the judge's scorecard. But
exactly,
I mean, if somebody hits that button just right, it doesn't matter how high you are on weed. It's not gonna put you. I mean, it's not gonna keep you from getting put to sleep.
exactly. You hear that, Uncle Dana? This is some fuck shit. Over and out. Um, okay. Are you familiar with the High Rollers Club, the jiu-jitsu competition? High Rollers.
Nah, man,
I gotta
I
put you
suck at
onto that.
I suck at following anything like that. Honestly, I fought 9 times in the UFC, and before I made it to the UFC, it was weird. I used to watch UFC all the time. I used to watch the fights, but after I made it, I was like, man, these guys are no better than me. It's like I lost the fan appeal, I guess you could say.
I
Whenever
follow. I
you're on
get that.
like you're on the way coming up, you look up to these guys, but then you get to meet a bunch of them, and you're like, oh, dude, he's just like me. I'm
Yeah.
not really that big of a fan, but I guess if it was somebody that I liked, you know, throughout time or whatever, I would always watch them. But and I still do that to this day. But if it's fucking
Yeah.
just some random guy, I'm probably barely gonna watch him.
Yeah, I mean, see, we're all regular people, and I keep forgetting that because I just started this. I'm interviewing Jason motherfucking Knight, and I got to pinch myself sometimes. It's surreal, but at the end of the day, we're all just guys. We like throwing leather. We all like talking about throwing leather, and that's how it is. That's one of my biggest fears, almost. I don't know if I want to get famous. I don't know if I want to get in the UFC. I don't know because if whatever takes off, I might just realize that everyone's everyone. The fame is fame, but I'm having a trouble finding the words here, but it's so surreal. You almost don't want it to be. You don't want to believe that it's like it. You don't want to believe that the UFC is just another regional promotion with a bigger paycheck, but it is.
It
And
is, man. It's really nowadays it's easier to make it than ever. If you're fighting amateur, you definitely need to fight a good while to build yourself up. But as soon as you go pro, the main thing about being pro is learning how to stay calm. If you can stay calm in there and you can remember to breathe, stuff like that, then you're a pro. If you if you don't stay calm, you don't breathe, then that's the acts of an amateur. Usually, as an amateur, you'll blow your wad in the first round, and then second and third round, you'll be out there tired as shit, and you'll be sloppy.
smart as
But
fuck.
as a pro, you know how to pace yourself, you know how to breathe, you know how to stay calm, and you can make it through 3 5 minute rounds and not get tired.
Composure
Then
is key.
that's it. You stay calm, you're good. But you make it pro, win fucking 3 or 4, maybe 5 in a row. You get a win streak going, and bam, you're in the UFC with these.
That's
Whenever I made it
crazy.
to the UFC, when I made it to the UFC, I was 16-1. I won 7 in a row. I lost one, and then I won fucking another. I think it was 8 in a row, 8 or 9 in a row before I lost again, and then finally I made it to the UFC. But
Crazy.
nowadays, I'm telling you, nowadays it's so fucking easy. You get 5 or 6 wins and you're in there.
Yeah, I've noticed that. There's a trend like Dan Ige, he's 5-0. He got his contract, and yeah, he didn't have a really built up resume. He got the call to go in the Contender Series. They gave him the limelight, and he just so happened to shine. I think that was that
Yeah,
inner Hawaiian though in him though. I mean, that fucker's a different breed. No disrespect, Ige. I'm just saying you're a prime example. 5-0. You know, I don't know how he went on the amateur circuit, but I've noticed a lot too with the O, the mystical O. If you're undefeated or if you have 1 or 2 or 3 losses, then you're a lot more marketable as a person. Like i.e. Or example Darren Till, undefeated, Scouser, loud fucking dude, cool as fuck, nice little personality, and he's undefeated. So undefeated that every time he wins, everyone's just like, "Oh, he's undefeated. He's undefeated." That's what everybody's saying. They're forgetting that just because he's undefeated doesn't mean that he's invincible. He still had flaws, and that's what the Tyron Woodley fight exposed. He hadn't gone against up a real wrestler. He had been taking fights that were a lot of strikers, a lot of Muay Thai based fighters. They were feeding him, so to speak. And then next thing you know is he's fighting one wrestler. I mean, he fought some good wrestlers, but he's fighting Tyron fucking Woodley, a championship Tyron Woodley, with a mean overhand and a nasty blast double. So next thing you know is he bulldozes him, shatters that O, and Darren Till essentially resurged. He had to go through. He got baptized by George Masvidal. Then after he got knocked out for the second time, he's got to climb back up the rankings, remarket himself, come up as like a new immortal Darren Till. It's weird, man, but it's really cool to watch. I'm loving it right now.
that,
Shout out
that's
to Till.
that's kind of the way it goes, man. I mean, as long as you're doing good, everybody loves you. You mess up once or twice, and you're yesterday's you know what I'm saying, you're yesterday's news. Nobody really cares anymore. You know, you lose a couple fights, and they're like, oh man, he don't got it anymore.
Yeah.
But as long as you're winning, everybody loves you.
That's
That,
something that I mean, I'm not trying to interrupt you, my man, but that shit is just insane because I see so many people make one mad mistake, media eats them alive, career goes down the shitter, goodbye market, goodbye sponsor, goodbye everything, goodbye. It's nasty, man. I hate to see it. I hate to see it.
yeah, that's kind of the way the sport works. You know, as long as you're doing good, everybody loves you. But you know, fall down once or twice, and then all of a sudden you don't got it no more. But that's fucking sports in general.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I see that. I hear that. That's what it is. It's just that's the problem with fame and everything. You know, the media has this light on you, and as long as it's on you, you're under a microscope. So if you make one fucking slip up, you don't tie your shoes the right way. Ooh, you're gonna eat
Oh
your
yeah,
asshole. Shit is
like
stupid.
Mike Perry, man. I know he's done quite a few questionable things in his career, but not too long ago he got in a fight at some bar or something, and then all of a sudden Dana White's talking about not letting him fight for the UFC anymore.
Yeah.
What,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Like where'd that go? Whenever that fucking Conor McGregor punched the old man in the bar. You know what I'm saying? That
Exactly. That's a great metaphor, man. That's great. I don't know what it. I saw that too. Fuck. I don't know. I don't know what he. Dana White is very favorite. He's very based on favoritism. If he likes you, he likes you. But if he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. Earning his favor seems like it's like, I mean, we're modern day gladiators, and you really got to earn that fucking favor. You got to perform, and then he'll love you. And then if you say something stupid, he'll be like, "Well, he shouldn't have fucking done that." Yeah, we get it, Uncle. We get it. But wait, you gonna apologize to us or what? Like, you gonna help us out or not?
the main thing is, you know, if you're selling tickets, you know that's what Dana White cares about. If you're
Yeah,
selling tickets, if you're putting the asses in the seats, then that's what he wants. If you're not important anymore. You know, you're not important to anybody.
yeah,
If you're not making me and the promotion money, then you're not important. And I mean, I feel like that's any promoter really. If you're not making their organization money, then what are you good for?
exactly. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why. Yeah, he's all about that paper. He's a businessman at the end of the day. Nothing but respect to Dana. It's just I hate to see his business practices. I don't necessarily agree with them, but I'll definitely respect it. No doubt. What kind of mod is that?
It is a ageist geek bait.
That shit look like it get you geeked.
Nah, man, I just smoke regular old e-cig juice.
Okay, I follow you. So you into all right. Nicotine or weed? You got to choose one.
Uh, back in the day it would be weed all day. I love smoking weed, but here for about the past year I quit smoking weed.
Me too.
I smoke that CBD bud every now and then, but I have got to have this vape. I got them, like I never smoked cigarettes, but I used to smoke weed a lot, and I decided to pick up the vape and try it. Just for something to kind of kill that edge, and
Yeah.
that's what I do. I'll smoke that. But tonight I've drank like 6 beers, and I never drink beer, so I drank 6 beers, and I'm kind of up.
I'm a big beer guy. I like drinking beer. It's I might not look it, but I can pound a nasty 6 or 12. It's not. It just takes practice. It's the taste. That's what you really got to get used to. The fucking taste.
See, once upon a time, man, I could kill like a 24 pack and be okay. But nowadays, I haven't drank hardly at all in the past several months. So I drank 6 beers, and I'm like almost 3 sheets to the wind, I guess you could say.
That's good shit, brother. As long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters.
Yeah, man,
Uh,
I'm on this. I gotta go. I'm in Arkansas, and I gotta go to work in the morning. I'm gonna go
oh
to work
shit.
for one day, and they pay you double the money. So I'm going
Overtime,
to work.
baby.
Yeah, man. So I might as well get drunk before I get there.
Yeah, might as well, right? Shit. Gotta make that paper, have some fun doing it. I
Yeah,
respect it. I gone to work high. That's just sometimes it makes me more productive. Fuck.
that's it. Yeah, it makes you where you enjoy it more.
Exactly, man. If the boss gives you shit, hey, this job fucking sucks, okay? I had to get a little buzz before to get that
Got
money. You
got
feel
to
me?
do something. It's hot. It's hot out here.
It's hot as hell, man.
But yeah,
Oh
man,
shit.
my wrist it's in the process of healing up. So I'm hoping here in the next couple weeks I'll be able to go train and
Hell
really
yeah.
spar and shit like I'm supposed to. I mean, I went back to the doctor. She said it's not broke anymore. It's
Okay.
completely healed. But she told me that give it about a month and I'll have full range of motion again, and all the little soreness will be gone away.
Yeah.
So, I think probably another 2 or 3 weeks, and I'll be back in the gym, ready to spar and stuff like that.
Can't
Uh,
wait to see you.
my main objective, I want to fight MMA at least once or twice this year, and
Okay.
I'm going back to the UFC. I've made up my mind about it. Uh,
Okay.
I feel like that's something that God put in my path. You know what I'm saying?
I follow
I,
that.
I was supposed to be a UFC fighter. I was supposed to, get to the top, be one of the best. And I was 23 when I made it, and I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of money real early. Whenever I'm a real broke guy. I never came from money at all, but I made a bunch of money and I splurged with it. I bought any kind of toy I wanted. I did anything I wanted for those 3 years. And whenever I got kicked out of the UFC, it kind of humbled me a little bit. I realized that hey, this money's not going to keep coming.
Yeah.
It's not going to be here all the time. And the way I look at it now, if I get back in that position, I make it back to the UFC. I just want to show the world what I know I could have been. I want to
Yeah.
kind of I want to show myself too, because I
Prove
feel
it to
like I've
yourself.
got I feel like I've got unfinished business there. Uh, I made it to number 15 in the world, but
So you broke the
at,
top 15.
yeah, I made it to number 15 right before I fought Ricardo Lamas.
Okay.
I lost my first UFC fight. Then I won 4 straight in a row, and then after that, I lost to Ricardo Lamas, and then I lost another 3 after that. So I won 4 straight in a row, made it to 15 in the world, and then turned around and lost 4 straight in a row. But during those 4 that I won, I got three $50,000 bonuses, and I had more money than I could think of. I bought 4 wheelers and
Holy
trucks
shit.
and cars. I did pretty much anything I wanted. if I wanted to go out to the club that night and I wanted 6 friends to go with me, I would pay for those 6 friends and I'd buy their drinks and stuff like that.
God
And
damn it, Jason.
I was just having fun. But it got to a point to where I'm spending too much money. I owe this one and I owe that one because I ran out of money and I decided to borrow this and borrow that. And at any point in time, I could owe out like 10 grand, and it was no big deal because I had a fight coming up. I'm guaranteed to make 30,000. I'll pay you this 3,000 right back. Stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
And it would come, a week. Like for instance, I fought Gabriel Benitez. two
Okay.
weeks
Never
out
heard
from
of him.
the fight. Yeah, it was a little Mexican guy. I fought him in California,
Okay.
and 2 weeks out, I wound up. I had strep throat. Well, I decided I'm gonna fight anyways, and I decided, I'm gonna get a round of antibiotics, and it'll make me feel better. So I get the antibiotics, and the fight comes up. It comes up fight week. I cut the weight. I feel okay.
Yeah.
I get all my water back on me.
Okay.
I feel fine. Well, 30 seconds, maybe a minute into the fight, I gassed out. And whenever I gassed out, after that, the first round, I feel like I won. When we come out to the second round, I was, my arms were heavy, my legs were heavy, I was dead. And, yeah, second and third round, he beat the piss out of me.
But you
And
took
then,
it to the cards? Gas?
yeah, oh yeah, I took it all the way to the card, just completely gassed.
Unbelievable.
But after that, you know, I fought Makwan Amirkhani, and I feel like I beat him. I fucking dropped him with 2 uppercuts in the first round.
I'm familiar with
And
him. That man's a dog.
yeah, what'd you say?
That man's a fucking dog. And you tamed the beast.
Nah, Makwan's a fucking puss. Lord, forgive my French, but I will beat that boy to sleep.
Hey, you
I
gotta
will,
get that one back, brother.
yeah,
Shit.
if you've watched that fight, you know what I'm talking about. But if not, go back and watch that fight.
Oh, for
I
sure.
dropped him twice. I dropped him twice in the first round, and then after that, he just wanted to take me down, lay and pray, and he did nothing with it. But it's kind of my fault too. I didn't do as much as I should have. But
Yeah, I follow.
I feel like I won that fight anyways. But then
Shit, you convinced me.
yeah, you fast forward to the next fight, my last UFC fight. I fought a guy named Jordan Rinaldi. I fought him at Madison Square Garden. Uh, I went to California to train with Uriah Faber. My
Ooh.
buddy Brandon Davis, he came out there to train with me. We did our training and stuff, and then on the way back, we decided, we're gonna make a road trip out of it. Brandon's got 2 mountain bikes on the back of his car, so we're gonna hit every trail on the way back. This is 2 weeks out from my fight.
Great idea.
We hit like fucking 3 or 4 trails. A lot of fun. I'm having a blast. I've never, don't get me wrong. I've never mountain biked in my life.
Of
I don't
course you
really.
haven't.
It's not really my thing. But Brandon Davis, he does it all the time. So I'm trying to keep up. Well, the first day or two goes pretty good, and then we're mountain biking on like the fourth trail, and I'm doing good at first, doing badass, and get to where I'm hauling ass. And if you go look this up, it's called what is the name of this trail? It's in Fruta, Colorado, and the name of the trail is Zippity Doo Dah. Okay, go look it up, bro. I promise. We are riding mountain bikes on the ridge of a mountain.
Holy shit. On
We're riding
Zippity Doodah.
Zippity Doo Dah. Well, we're riding mountain bikes on the ridge of this mountain, and I'm doing good at first, and the next thing you know, I go down a hill and I come up the hill, and when I come up the hill, it looks like I'm gonna ramp off the side of the mountain. So whenever it looks like I'm gonna come off the side of the mountain, I stomp both brakes. Scared me to death. I stomped both brakes. I come over the handlebars and I landed on my left shoulder. When I
Oh,
landed on my left shoulder, I had an AC separation in my left shoulder. That was 2 weeks before I fought Jordan Ronaldo. But I owed everybody money. I done borrowed all kind of money and stuff. So I had to take the fight.
And
I decided, I'm gonna fight anyways. And I went to physical therapy and stuff, and I go in there. I fought Jordan Rinaldi, and he kept like would start off standing up, and he would go straight for a takedown. I would try to stop the takedown, and as soon as I tried to stop the takedown, he would go for a Kimura trap on my left arm.
ooh,
And my left arm is the one where I had an AC separation. He tried to rip my shoulder off, and it's either roll and defend that, or get my shoulder broken off. So
again, PTSD.
I would roll and I would defend the the Kimura trap, and then next thing I know, he'd be on my back, and
Motherfucker.
nothing I could do about it. I feel like he wasn't better than me at jiu-jitsu, but he was stronger than me, and he was probably just as good. And he would take my back, and I couldn't get him off, so I lost that fight.
Way it goes, man.
Yeah, man. The way I look at it is, I got another shot at it. I go in there, I win a couple fights, get back to the UFC, and really prove what I should have done. And not take any stupid fights, not take any short notice fights.
Yeah, play smart.
Yeah, and if I get an injury or I get sick, I'm gonna back out.
Exactly.
Before my pride wouldn't let me back out the fight, and I owed people money and stuff like that.
Wow.
But now I'm at the point in my life I don't owe a dime to anybody in this world. I've got everything straightened out, and I'm smart enough to know do not go party all your money away. You gotta invest it. And like I would always say, like I won $111,000 one time. I went and I bought a house and bought a couple cars, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna save the rest of this money.
Oh
There's
no.
there's no such thing as saving money. That
After you
doesn't
bought
happen.
2 cars and a house, you can't save that shit, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I'm gonna save some money. That's not how it works. You either invest it in something and make money for you, or you slowly spend it.
All
And
right.
that's what I did. I would either, well, I say slowly spend it. Most of the time, I would quickly spend it, and then I would fucking try to keep that going. But no more.
No more, man. Make your money, make your money work for you. Play it smart and make that money as well as you can by not going into it with injuries. Because you got heart like a motherfucker, as we've just discussed, and I think that was your greatest downfall. Your heart would overcome this, and then you'd take the fight, and then you'd go and you fight with the injury, and then next thing you know, you didn't get the fucking win bonus because you fought with a fucking torn shoulder. I've noticed that that's such a trend among fighters is that they don't know what's good for them. They're just thinking with a fighter's mentality. Fighter's mentality belongs in the cage and only in the cage, nowhere else.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's gonna get you injured, and then you might fight with an injury.
for sure, man. The biggest thing is like a fighter's got so much pride that like it would hurt your pride to be like, oh man, I gotta back out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that I should give that responsibility to my coach from now on.
Well,
if
please do, man.
I need to go ahead and back out.
Yeah. I'm glad that you understand that, man. I'm just glad to hear it. So I expect you to see in the UFC. If you don't get into the UFC, I got my own connects, and we'll get you in there regardless. Fuck. I mean, this is great to hear. You've got the name value. Uncle Dana's gonna love it. Bare knuckle champs coming from bare knuckle back to the UFC. Good storyline, marketed, all that good shit. Eh, you only got anywhere to go but up. So just man, we've got it. So I'll see you there, and it'll be awesome. Now, do you know what division you feel like fighting at right now?
145 featherweight.
Featherweight. That's my division, baby. That's what I like to hear. Another featherweight brother.
Yeah, man. I walk around about 160 usually, maybe 162, and even in the UFC, if I got down to 158, I would cut from 158 to 145, and it's always usually been an easy cut for me.
Okay.
I can eat whatever the hell I want and still never get above 160, so it's not that big.
Yeah, you're young still. You can get away with it, man.
Yeah, man. That's my thing. I'm 28 right now. I believe if I get back in there next year, at the latest, then the sky's the limit. I got it.
Most definitely.
at least another good 5-6 years out of me, maybe 10, just depending on how I feel. But I get in another good 5-6 years, and I go make a run for it. You know.
I could totally see you going full Cerrone and fighting for the title at 37, 36, man. All you got to do is play it right. I mean, unless you already got it. But
Yeah.
that's just that I've noticed that too. Too many fighters are wearing down their bodies at a young age, and then that's what really catches them. If you treat your body right, your body will treat you right back. That's just the way it is. And I'm noticing that. I've done so many studies because I've been so over obsessive with that fact. And I think 33 is the prime age to fight. That's what Tony Ferguson is, and he's about 34 now. And he just said he's going to keep fighting, until somebody tells him to fuck off or the athletic. I mean, so to speak, because he wants to fight. That's just how we are, and that's exactly how I'd be in his shoes. But honestly, I say 33, 34 is the when you're going full fucking Super Saiyan mode, so to speak. Do you have an answer for that prime age in fighting?
Not really, man. The way I look at it is, really, in my opinion, your prime is whenever you're really working the hardest, you're doing the best that you know you can. You've mentally got to that level and you physically got to that level, then that's going to be your prime.
I
It
follow.
might be 30 for some guys, might be 20 for some guys, but the way I look at it is, as long as your mind and your heart's in the same place, and you've realized that you gotta stay calm and shit like that. You gotta focus on the right things, then you're gonna be in your prime.
No doubt. And I'm glad you got your head in that space because a lot of people don't fucking get that yet, and they're going to. And it might be a little bit too late. I've seen that a little bit too often. I just interviewed, actually, I'm not going to name drop him, one of my favorite fucking fighters, one of my favorites. And I was kind of worried. I thought he was a little punch drunk. And it sort of rubbed me the wrong way. I'm worried about the guy. And fuck, I mean, I hope he doesn't take another fight too soon because I feel like that fighter's mentality is gonna make him just be like, just take that other contract, baby. No, take a nap, let that fucking concussion symptom sleep off, and then go back in the cage, motherfucker. I'm tired of. I need his. I'm about to contact. I was about to. I don't know who to tell because I don't. I have his business management team on speed dial. I don't know any of his friends. And it's just a shame, man. But as long as there's fighters that are getting that are understanding that the culture is evolving, people are getting that. As long as you take care of your body's gonna take care of you. You're 6 beers deep and you're holding a steady fucking conversation. I think if Homeboy, who I just talked to, had 6 beers deep, he might forever, man. That shit is not for me.
Yeah, man. I know me, personally. It took me a long time to realize that you don't have to take as much damage as you like to take. Like for me, I I don't mind. I'll take fucking 3 punches if that means I get to land one. And I finally got out of that. It's a lot funner. It's a lot funner not getting hit than it is to get hit.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot funner to make him miss and then you land two or three than him land two or three and you finally land one.
I came in with it too recently. I was give one to take one, and then I realized, wait a minute, what if I took none and then gave all? Like it's just I didn't understand that until I got socked too many times. Then I was like, all right, hold on, guys. I'm tired of getting hit. I'm tired of everyone piecing me the fuck up. So I had to take a step back, think about it really hard, and then I edited my game. And I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm really glad that's how it went. And I'm glad you edited your style. I can't wait to fucking see you piecing them up. Muhammad Ali float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know what it is.
Yeah, man. The way I look at it, if I make it back to the UFC and I bring, the boxing skills that I've been working on back to the UFC and, actually try to mix it up like I'm supposed to versus, my main thing is like I in the UFC, I would get caught on this one thing that I wanted to do in the fight and I would train so hard on it that whenever I got in the fight, I couldn't really turn it off.
And you
Now I'm
just
gonna
try to
make
hit that
sure.
same move.
Yeah, I try to do it over and over, and even if it wasn't working out, I had it in my head. Eventually I'm gonna get this shit, and the fight's gonna be over.
Yeah.
But nowadays I see that whenever I was younger, I would do, I would just go with the flow. Whatever happens, that's what happens. And
Exactly.
that's what I want to do a lot more of, now that I've, I guess kind of got my head a little bit more around the situation of what I feel like I want to do. Go out
Yeah.
there and, just
Put it all together.
flow like water.
Flow
I got what I think that's what Bruce Lee said or some
like
shit.
water, my friend.
Flow
Water off
like
a duck's
water.
back.
That's it.
Be water. Water is all. Water, you put water in a cup, you are the cup. We put water in a fucking, I don't know, a cat's ass, you become a cat's ass. That's just how it is, man.
What the fuck?
That's just how it is. I Bruce Lee at my gym, they preach Jeet Kune Do, and I never really understood it fully until I started really looking at fighting and really looking at form and just realizing that you really you are what you want to be. You don't have to give one to take one. You edit your style, you edit your everything, and you grow as a fighter. And that's what you've told me. You've grown like a motherfucker. You went from a sapling to a tree. You were a strong sapling, but you're a motherfucking oak now. Shit, I'm hype as you can see, and I just can't wait to see you fight next. Fuck, that'll be
Yeah.
awesome, man.
The way I look at it is like this. If Bare Knuckle wants to give me Johnny Bedford, that's who I really want to fight. If I'm fighting Bare Knuckle again, I wanna knock Johnny Bedford out. I want to put him to sleep, and I want to wake up. I want to walk away from his lifeless body. I, I want him to lay on the canvas, and me walk away, and 30 seconds later, I walk over there, and he's still asleep on the canvas. That's honestly what I want. And
Stiff
then
his ass.
yeah, that's it. 30 seconds later, I want to walk over and make sure that he's still breathing. That's the way. That's the way I want the fight to go.
It's the nicest thing I've
Uh,
ever heard you say, man. Make sure you still
Honest
breathe.
to God, I really want to do him. Like some. I don't know if you ever watched the old school UFCs,
Oh yeah.
but
Oh,
if you watch the old school shit, you know who Tank Abbott is.
oh yeah.
Tank Abbott used to make people fold up like lawn chairs and stuff. And that's really what I want to do to Johnny Bedford. I want to cripple that man and walk away and walk over there a few minutes later and shake him and make sure he's okay. Other than that,
Uh,
other than fighting Johnny Bedford and bare knuckle, I want to fight MMA next. And
what you want, man?
when I got kicked out of the UFC, they told me win a couple fights, they'll put me back in there. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna win a couple fights and see where that takes me. And if it's the UFC, that's great. If I got to keep working, then I'll keep working.
Yeah, I mean the UFC, Bellator. I noticed Bellator treats fighters with a name brand with a little bit more royalty. Like when Rory McDonald came over, they hailed to him, kissed his feet, rubbed his fucking shoes, made him shine. Because he came over from the UFC, a top fiver, and just one top fiver ends up becoming the champion at Bellator. Coincidence? I think not. I think there's a small difference in competition, but I could be wrong. I don't know. And it's just the fact of the matter is that people keep losing. I lost my train of thought, but you got what I mean. I think the UFC should just take you as you are. I think, yeah, coming straight out of bare knuckle, you've shown that you're still active. Maybe you'll have a little bit of ring rust. If you want to take another fight, you do you. But I mean, if you train MMA and you spar people like you, I don't think ring rust exists. I don't think it's. I don't think that's really the fact of the matter. Is I think it's just the UFC that they're waiting on. They're waiting to see you. Give them what they want, which is 2 more fights. And I guess if that's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. But my opinion's overcoming my own questions, and it's fucking. I gotta stop. But yeah, man, I hope to see you in the UFC. But I think you could take over Bellator for sure. I think Bellator has a little bit less stiff competition, and there's no wrong in fighting on those prelims because you'll pick those motherfuckers apart. That's not a question, and it's not that the fact that you're taking easy fights. It's that you're fighting in Bellator. If Bellator's so good, then they should be giving you Corey Browning and whoever they think will be a challenge, and you'll show them that I'm UFC caliber. I'm UFC caliber as in I can take down these motherfuckers at will. So, I mean, Bellator, UFC, I just want to see you fight MMA. I'm excited, fuck. But, yeah, man, I can't wait to see you just fight next. Bedford, long chair analogy. I mean, shit, I'll pray for him when he's on the floor. But, yeah, that'll be nice to see. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah,
Damn.
man. I really don't know. David, I feel like David Feldman and them, the bare knuckle guys, are pretty much they don't want Bedford to have a real hard fight. You know, they want him. They want him to fight people that they think he can beat, and yeah, I think that's why I haven't got that fight yet.
Maybe we'll see, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that is a very bit. Yeah, fuck. I can't help but to agree. I mean, I hope that's not the case because a fighter can never be told that they're taking easy competition unintentionally. Like, I don't know if Bedford knows that, but I mean, BKFC might. But that's the business perspective. You got to respect that. That's just how it is. And fuck, I mean, they're smart because shit, I haven't noticed. I've followed Bedford a bit, and he looked like he was taking down some hefty motherfuckers. But I mean, they're all animals
I
in
mean,
my eyes.
he beat Charles Bennett, which is he's an
That's the
old
fucker
school.
that took down Bennett, huh?
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean
I know Bedford.
that's Crazy Horse. He used to be called Crazy Horse. Now he calls himself Felony.
Eleni, I
But
just beat him.
I mean, he beat Charles Bennett, and I believe that's probably his best competition. And
Really,
of
Dad?
course, he should have been retired like 10 years ago,
Yeah,
but he's still fighting. So, in
this is a
my
40-year-old felony, not a 30-year-old felony, man.
that's
That
it. He's probably fucking 45 by now. But the way I look at it, you beat Crazy Horse whenever he's way past his prime, and that's really the best guy you beat. So
Yeah,
I
and
don't.
Crazy Horse was piecing his. Sorry, Crazy Horse. He was piecing him, and he was a broken hand. I remember. I think he hit him, and then he just started screaming like "fuck!" Like my hand really fucking hurts. And then
Yeah,
as his hand was hurting, he's like, "Oh my hand! Oh, I'm getting hit." And that's how he went down. Because I remember watching that fight, and I saw Bennett was giving some good ones. Still, Bennett's got a motherfucking fight IQ, and he's out of prime, but that doesn't matter because he's still kicking ass. No disrespect, Felony, if you see this. You know I love you. But yeah, man. Shit.
man.
Yeah.
I just feel like if that's the best competition that you could beat, then you're not as good as you think you are. And I feel like I would dominate Johnny Bedford. He's got some holes in his game that I feel like I could exploit, and I really want that opportunity.
Yeah. You're pissing, aren't you?
Oh, I'm pissing for sure.
Please don't turn the camera, man. I'm gonna have to cut that shit out, dog. That's
Nah,
gonna.
that's cool, man. We've been on the phone for like what, an hour now?
Yeah, shit. 45 minutes. I'm gonna let you go, man. Shit. Go take your piss at peace. It was a pleasure, like always, and I'm gonna dice this up. I'm gonna put it up on the gram. I'll tag you and shit. It was a pleasure, man. Fuck, this was awesome.
Sounds good, man. I had a few beers tonight, but it's whatever.
It's totally
I got
whatever, man.
I
If you
gotta
want,
work in the morning, so sue me.
hey, good luck with work, man. You ever want to give me a sober interview? By all means, I'll be right here in the
Hey,
same.
100%. Anytime you get up with me, it might take me. Look, man,
God damn it.
it might take me a week or two to get up with you, because I'll check it. I check my Instagram sometimes constantly, and then sometimes hardly ever. But
Yeah, give me your personal if you want, number or whatever. I don't care, man. It's just how it is. I totally, I'm getting what you're putting down, man. Much love to you, and I'm gonna let you go before we fucking talk all night, man.
for sure,
Shit.
brother. Anytime you want to get up with me, though, get up with me, and we'll do another one.
I can't wait to pound a couple beers with you when you're in the Chicago area. Let me know. Chicago,
Hey,
Naperville.
go look up Jason Knight versus Jim Allers. I fought him in Chicago, and I beat his ass in Chicago.
Dope.
Go
All
check
right,
it
man.
out.
I'm gonna go give that a look. See. All right, brother. You take care now. I'm gonna let you go.
All right, man. You have a good night.
You too.